Welcome to the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the SideChicks, where we offer our side of the issues. Thank you so much for listening. Please follow us at Yummy Fearless on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and even Pinterest, where you'll find additional content from today's show. You can also listen to us on Apple iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, and Spotify. Please rate, like, review, subscribe, and share. And if no one else has told you today, we love you. Now let's get into the show. Well, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year 2022.
Yes, welcome
We
to the
made it.
Yummy and Fearless podcast with the SideChicks. I'm Yummy.
I'm Dr. Phoenix.
And we're back, y'all. We took a little holiday break.
Yes, but we are back in effect and we have new and interesting content for you coming up in 2022. But today, you want to get it started?
Sure.
Yums?
Or you can. Go ahead.
So today we want to do a little look back into 2021 and give you a countdown from the Yummy and Fearless perspective of what to leave in 2021. Things we don't want to take into 2022. And by that, I mean, like for instance, my one thing that I want to leave in 2021 on the spiritual side is, I guess, I don't know if this is spiritual, but basically not being your authentic self.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something we want to leave back there and take something else into 2022.
That's a good one. So, what's an example of when you're not being your authentic self in your life?
When you are, first of all, how does not being your authentic self manifest? And I think that's when you get disease or dis-ease, or you get anxiety or depression, when you don't speak your mind, when your representative shows up to different situations. So
Right.
At work or in your relationships, when your representative shows up, as opposed to you owning who and what you are, what you think, owning all of that. And it may or may not be good all the time, but it's you, and you have a unique perspective, and you have the right to feel the way you feel and to own those feelings. So I guess that's what I mean by authentic self.
Yeah, that's really a good one. And one of the ways that it manifests in me is I grind my teeth at night.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all in relation to me not being true to who I actually am.
How about that? And I bet that you're not the only one. I know I'm the same way. That's one reason that I really think that it's time to just show up as our authentic selves in 2022, whatever it is. In all of its glory. I mean, I'm kind of goofy. I'm goofy and I'm quirky. And my kids like to say I'm a kook. But I own that. And that's kind of how I'm showing up. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna show up in a clown outfit at work with a red nose, but it just means that I'm okay with who I am. I like who I am. Beginning to like who I am. Yeah,
and we're manifesting this, and we're manifesting it even through the title of our podcast and being fearless, because it takes a certain amount of being fearless in order to do it, because you don't know what the outcome is going to be when you choose this path.
Exactly.
However, what we are expressing is the importance of doing it, though.
Mm-hmm.
The importance of doing it. So one of the things that I have along the same lines is to stop consuming so much low vibrational content.
Whoa, come on now. Talk about that.
Yes.
I've been saying that for years, actually. But
really?
Go ahead. Yes.
So this comes in a lot of different forms. It comes through people in my personal life, not necessarily putting good parameters on certain types of relationships I have with people that I'm not interested in even having.
Sure. Yep.
And their shit is just low vibration.
Yes.
I don't get nothing out of it.
And you have to give a lot. You're giving a lot of yourself in that. I mean, I love the way you put that, low vibrational situations. I love that.
Yeah,
and descriptive.
But it costs you something to participate in this. It costs you something to not show up as your authentic self, because your authentic self would create a boundary. And so when you're not doing that, you're not showing up as who you authentically are.
Absolutely.
And you're paying a cost, because it costs you something.
Yes, it does.
To be a part of that ignorant shit. And it's so much of it everywhere, whether it's in your from your family, whether it's in your work environment, whether you're married to it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like a major one for me, is to be more conscious about the low vibrational shit, because I intend to spend my energy on the higher vibrational things
Yeah.
on my list and that I aspire.
Yes. I
And I'm
love how you
not,
put that. Yes.
I'm not wasting my because there's a limit to how much energy you have.
Yes. It's not, there's not an infinite amount of energy. I mean, we only have so many minutes during each day,
Yeah,
during each day to spend on different things. So we get to choose how we spend it.
absolutely. Absolutely.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So another one is to leave my bad stress management
Okay.
in 2021
Okay. Okay.
and to not use food as a coping mechanism.
Ooh.
I said, I said,
Uh-oh.
oh,
She
I
said it.
said it.
Gosh, that's hard. That's a hard one, but it's so important.
It's so important. And so I've been pretty particular in how I'm putting this though.
Mm-hmm.
I am not saying that I will not use food as a coping mechanism at all.
Mm-hmm.
I am aspiring to decrease it
Okay.
and to be conscious of it and to
Yes.
be aware of it, because often I'm not conscious of it until like after I've done it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So part of it is just raising my awareness while in the moment, but to better manage it.
I love that. I love that one. And it's almost, you almost set it up like a SMART goal, because you said you made it achievable. It's not like you're going, you aspire to eliminate it 100%. There will be moments, but just the awareness. And I think Brene Brown talks about recognizing when you have a feeling. You don't have to necessarily do anything to recognize it, but recognizing it is the first thing. It's the first step in being able to address it. So when you say, I'm eating right now, and I don't know if it's because I'm hungry. I'm
Yeah,
eating and I'm feeling something. And even if you can't put a name to it, you're feeling some kind of way about something. Maybe I'm feeling a little anxious about something. And then that helps you to kind of unpack it and be
exactly.
conscious of it at the time. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a big one for me, and eating better in general is a resolution that shows up yearly around the world for people. So that's something that a lot of people can relate to. But mine isn't just eating better, it's
Mhm.
just being conscious of when I'm using food as a coping mechanism.
I like it.
Okay. So what else do you have?
Okay, well, I'm going to go a little left for a minute. I think something we should leave in 2021 is anti-vaxxers.
Oh boy.
Can we leave these motherfuckers in 2021, please? Don't come with us in 2022.
Stay where you
Stay
at.
where you are. I mean, I
Yeah.
know everybody's kind of tired of the whole, situation with the pandemic. And then,
Yeah.
Omarion came.
Right.
Like, damn,
Dance
Omarion.
danced his ass on in the scene. Yo.
But geez, if you could just, just leave it and just follow science for once in your life. Just do your family a favor and just leave that anti-vaxxer shit in the.
Right.
I'm sorry. I know that probably
No, that is
that's an
real.
unpopular opinion, I'm sure, but
But you know what the thing that's interesting about the anti-vaxxers is that actually vaccines is a part of our life and have always been a part of our life.
always part of mine
You
since
can't take your ass to school. You can't send your ass to school without that. You know what I'm saying?
you
Like
can't even go to the service without vaccine. I mean,
exactly. So it's like the concept that you have to get vaccinated.
it's
This
not
is
new.
not a new thing. So just how it's politicized is really what it's about. Is pretty crazy. But that'd be pretty awesome if we could leave them there. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So what else you got?
Let's see. Well, this is something more of what I'm going to do a better job of doing,
Mm-hmm.
which is to practice intentional manifestation,
Okay.
which is something that I've done for years and has worked for me to
Uh-huh.
varying
Uh-huh.
degrees. I'm being even more intentional about it in 2022, and I'm going to leave my habit of not following it or tracking it as well throughout the year in 2021. So, just a definition of what that means to practice intentional manifestation
Uh-huh.
is when you set an intention, it is about creating clarity around a specific thing or things that you want to manifest or something that you want to happen. It's,
Okay.
it's forming a clear idea in your mind of the exact end result you want, and it requires a lot of inner work. So as soon as we start setting an intention, the analytical mind starts making its voice clear.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I have been practicing this to varying degrees over the last, 4 or so months.
Right, right.
In relation to the podcast.
Yes. I was just about to ask you about that. Is in that definition, is there anything about writing things down or anything?
They don't go into detail with this part of the definition. There is information of how to explicitly do it,
Okay, gotcha.
which I didn't include as much of that for the sake of our time.
Sure.
But
Sure.
there are specific instructions of how to write it out. And I could just even say with my personal experience that if I write it out, I improve my chances of it happening tenfold. Also, like I saw another definition of it, of manifestation, is when you take something that's inside of you and you make it public.
Okay. Okay.
So that I definitely do. So I've even been doing this. I've been telling people, and I've done this before as well. I've been telling people, I'm like, you do understand that I'm going to be a millionaire, right? So just putting
it out there.
Putting it in the universe.
Come on, Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle coming on the show.
Dave Chappelle is also going to come on to the podcast, but I do believe in that. So here's a definition of manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
Manifestation is the transmutation of thoughts into its physical equivalent. It's the process of taking an idea, a dream, a goal, or a vision, and taking the necessary action steps to make it a reality. That's simple.
I love it.
So Albert Einstein said, imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. So you have to dream, baby. You got to imagine. Don't overlook it.
Einstein said that? The preview of life's coming attractions. I love that.
Yes.
Yes, baby. Come on. Let's manifest.
So the Latin root of manifestation is manifestere, which means make public.
You better break it down, girl.
Come on.
You better break that down.
Come on, baby.
Yes. I love that.
So we're gonna leave the lackluster way in which we manifest the things in 2021. We're gonna up the ante in 2022.
Amen.
Super intentional about it. Be real with this shit.
Intentional. I love that. I love every bit of that. Every bit.
Yes. So what do you have?
I have. So going back to the kind of spiritual thing, I think we should leave grudges in 2021. And I'll tell you why. I've been watching Ted Lasso. Have you watched Ted Lasso?
Not yet.
It's this series that comes on Apple TV and it stars Jason Sudeikis. And let me tell you, I was a little skeptical at first, probably like everyone, but Ted Lasso is so good. You guys, if you get a chance, just do yourselves a favor. Watch season 1. I binge watched season 1 when I had some time off over this past couple of weeks. And Ted Lasso had every reason to hold grudges against, people in his life, but he really chose a different route. And I think it just made everybody better. I think Kevin Hart actually talked about, releasing grudges that he's had over the years. I think The Rock has talked about this a little bit, but and Tyler Perry, I know, has talked about it. But just the fact that when you hold a grudge, it's like drinking acid and putting acid in a container. Eventually the acid will wear away the container. It'll just eat through the container. So if you are the container and you have grudge, what I like to call, I guess, resentment or bitterness inside of you, as is the manifestation of a grudge, I think, then it just eats away at you. So why not just let it go? And, if it's something that somebody did, and I'm not trying to minimize anybody's pain or anything like that. I have pain too. Effie, we all have pain on Dreamgirls. But anyways, I just think that we should leave it in 2021, come to 2022, to use your word of being intentional about saying the serenity prayer, letting go of the things that we can't change and changing the things that we can, and accepting the things that we can't, and let the bygones be bygones, and get in success. Be focused on and intentional about your own success, because I think even when it comes to like a revenge situation, I want to get back at somebody for doing something to me. To me, success is the best revenge. And then by the time you achieve that, you're not even thinking about
the grudge,
so
you don't care. That is well said, well put. And For me personally, that probably is hard.
It's hard. It is hard.
It's
Yeah.
hard, but I too recognize the importance of that. I think I'm gonna adopt that as one of my goals for 2022 as well, because I do think it is important. And I do think that it's another example of low vibrational behavior.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you are committing a certain amount of your energy in one direction, then you're not going to have it for the other things
For
that you
other
really
things. Right.
need it for.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
it's done. Whatever it is done, you
Yep.
know.
I love that. And it's a shame that Ted Lasso, I mean, Ted Lasso is a like Ted Lasso is a fictitious character on Apple TV, but I'm like, dang, this is a good lesson. I mean, he's just so
Yeah.
talk about higher vibrational things. I mean, he does not busy himself with, being mad at people or holding grudges or
Hmm.
whatever. And it has brought him and the people around him nothing but he has been a light to everybody. He's a light to everybody who he encounters. And so I'm like, I want to be like Ted Lasso. What the hell? I want to be like Ted Lasso.
Yeah. That's awesome. That is
It's just
awesome.
an aspiration. It's very aspirational. Hey,
Yeah.
hold me accountable is all I'm saying.
That's what's up. That is what's up.
All right. What about you?
Okay, so this next one is another one that's popular all throughout the world and shows up on people's lists in various forms over and
Mhm.
over. And it's just the truth. You're better at this than a lot of people I know, but I have to add it to my list because it's related to a lot of the other issues on my list.
Mhm.
And hopefully, once I have taken some of my energy back from this low vibrational bullshit,
Mhm.
then I can put it towards this. But
What is
I want to
this?
be in better shape fitness wise,
Oh yeah. We all
you
have.
know?
Yeah. That's a great one. It's something that everybody aspires to or resolves to do every first of the year, but
Yeah.
it's a good one. I think it keeps showing up because it's a good one.
Yeah.
I
So,
have work to do.
as cliche as it is, I want to leave the lackluster goals and just coming up with excuses or being so preoccupied with other things that
Mhm.
really don't matter.
There you go.
That really
Mhm.
don't matter. And the things, but spending that emotional energy thinking about things I cannot change, but
Yes.
something that I actually can change,
Yes.
I'm not spending the time on that. Have some influence on it,
Yes.
you know? So that's definitely one for me. It's just the
Yes.
truth. So
Yes.
that
Yes.
that is one of mine.
So that actually goes into my next one. I have this is like my second to the last one, and then the last one is kind of like a tongue in cheek one. But what you just said about leaving low vibrational things in the past in 2021, I said I wanted to leave stinking thinking in 2021. I
Huh.
know, corny, negative self talk, things
Yeah.
that hey, I can't, anything that brings me things that just negative self talk, like I can't,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm too this, I'm not
Yep.
this enough, whatever. I think that we should leave that in 2021. We have to leave that.
We have to.
But I mean, please, I'm begging. When I say I'm begging you, I'm really begging me. Just leave it in 2021. We have
No, it's
to
real.
get rid of the stinking thinking and just really be intentional, to use your term again, about thinking and talking to ourselves the way we would talk to a beloved, colleague or friend or
Yep.
family member. Don't be so hard on ourselves and just, anything we want to do, we can do. We can
We
do
can
hard
do.
things.
And that's another reason why I think it's so important to make your inner aspirations public.
Ooh, that's
You
hard for
know,
me though.
it that is super hard for me as well. But to make them public, at least within some people that you trust, because I also feel that God made us to where we need each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes all it takes is another person just reminding you of what your actual intentions are
Mm-hmm.
and reminding you of who you actually are.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Because you can get so caught up in your life, in your challenges, and in your thoughts,
Yes.
which aren't necessarily real, that,
Yes.
you just get caught up. And sometimes it just takes another person that actually knows you, just a quick reminder of who the fuck you actually are.
Oh, I agree with that so much.
Yeah.
Oh, you are speaking my heart right there.
That's
Yes.
that's that's it. And that's important. Now you can't trust everybody, with
Yes.
that level of intimacy, but there are people
Mm-hmm.
that you can, and we owe it to each other to serve that purpose and be
Yes.
real like that. Everybody ain't real like that, but there's some of us, we out here.
Yes, yes. And we become who we are around. So if
Yep,
there are people around you that have stinking thinking, then you slowly start to have that kind of thinking. And
you
I just want
do.
to be and that speaks to the whole higher vibrational situations. I think that, if you want to have higher vibrational thoughts, then you have to be around people who have those,
Exactly.
that aspiration as well. But I can't agree with you more about just needing somebody to just pull you to the side, tap you on the shoulder and be like, you're okay.
Yep,
You can do
yep.
whatever you want to do. Somebody who's going to support and correct as needed. I love
Mm-hmm.
that. Yes.
That's right. And that's what it's about. So, my next one is really important for me. And I've struggled with this probably my entire life. And it's an evolving thing of me communicating directly. I guess it's similar to being my authentic self.
Okay.
I tend to, at times, not communicate as directly
Okay.
as I should.
Okay.
And I want to leave that in 2021.
I think so many people struggle with that, though. I think we're a
Yeah,
culture of there's like a fine line between being polite and not wanting
right.
to. Yeah, talk more about that. I mean,
Yeah,
why is that important for you?
in a basic sense, to go back to the thing, because I exert a lot of energy and effort in relation to this,
Hmm.
to dodging things, dodging situations.
It's easier.
It's
Hmm.
easier, but I'm not telling my total truth. I'm making certain situations in the long run harder for myself because I'm not communicating truthfully.
Hmm.
Like, even as simple as I don't want to talk to someone on FaceTime. As simple as that. I don't, like, why can't I say,
I
ma'am,
don't want to talk
I
to.
don't really know you that well. Why do you keep calling me on FaceTime? But why can't I? Part of it is I feel like, why can't people take social cues?
Because some people need direct communication like that.
I
Like
resent them so
me
much.
too. Like, can't you see the cues? Damn it.
Damn. Damn. But I mean, like, that's like a light work example, but it still is an example,
Yeah.
you know. But the same thing, like, I've always had problem telling dudes I didn't really like them.
Yeah. Yeah.
As simple as that. I'm
Why
like,
is that? Why do we struggle
it's
with that?
so
Like,
stupid.
oh, that's so annoying that we have to do that. That we have to,
You can't be like, I don't like you.
because we
But
want people to like us. That's what the problem
yeah,
is.
yeah,
We are people pleasers. We want people.
right.
We can't stand the thought of somebody possibly not liking us.
But it
And
ain't right
I don't mean in a romantic way. I mean just like,
in general.
I mean
But it's
let's
not
leave that in
okay.
2021. Let's leave
We
that
let's leave it in
approval, the
2021.
need for approval from any and everybody. I mean, we want approval from the people that matter, but
Right.
I mean, the constant need for approval has really crippled me in some ways.
Exactly.
So
Along
yeah,
with the fact that no matter what you do, everybody's not going
everybody's
to
not
like you.
gonna like everybody,
Sure.
but what you're saying is so true. Everybody is not gonna like you. I've had sage advice from older women in the past say that to me, and I
Yeah.
just like, no, I think I can get them to, I don't know, something subconscious maybe made me
Mhm.
think that I could, but it's not even important. At some point, it's not even important, and
Yeah,
then you
it's
wonder,
like,
why do I want this anyway?
who cares? Who cares? Yeah. So
So
that
being
is,
direct is that is such a good one. That does go into being your authentic self,
yeah,
owning, I don't want to talk to you on FaceTime.
be
I
your
don't even want to talk on the
intimate
phone sometimes, really. I don't want
that
to talk on the
part.
phone, at least right now. I don't want to talk on the phone right now. And I don't want to feel bad about that. I
Right.
don't feel bad about that. I feel okay with myself on that. That's just who I am right now. It doesn't mean I don't like you or
Right.
whatever,
I just
but
don't want to. And, like, I have a friend, and she goes through very explicit content, and I'm like, I know way too much about your vagina. It's a, it's a lot.
yeah.
It's a lot.
You're bonding over the.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah.
But I have one, and that I want to leave in 2021. It's a trend of 2021.
Okay.
It might have been a holdover from 2020 even, but I know I saw a lot of people doing it in 2021, and that's drawing fucking freckles on your face. Could you stop that shit? Could y'all stop that shit? Just leave that. back in 2021. Could you stop that? It's not cute. It's stupid
Don't
looking.
do it, man.
That's like drawing moles on your face. What the hell? Why? I mean,
That's
people who have freckles, I
true.
think it's a good. It's very cute on the people who have it naturally. But why are you gonna sit up there and draw 1,000,001 freckles on your? That's like, I don't know. I would like to leave that. I'm begging y'all, please leave that
I'm
in
with you on
2021.
that. We gonna intentionally manifest that away. Just stop.
Stop it.
Stop. Don't
Freaking
do
stop.
it. You're making things hurt. Yeah. So,
and finally,
gosh, yeah, this one for me, I want to make more money this year.
Okay.
I want more money.
Okay. Say it. Speak
I want more money. Of course, I want the health and all of that, of course, because you got to
Put it
have
out
that.
there.
But I'm just saying, I want to make more money this year.
Okay. But what about the people who say money can't buy you happiness? I like to be the judge of that.
Let me figure that out.
I like to compare, I don't know. Yeah, I feel you. More money.
Let me figure that out.
When you say more money, though, you have to be intentional when you're manifesting stuff. You got to be intentional.
Yes.
You got to call out, because more money could be $1 more.
It could be a nickel. It could be a nickel more, which would be a problem.
That would be problematic.
So we've discussed particular numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so
you don't have to say them here, but
right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but for you folks out there, if you want more money, come up with a number. Don't
write
just
it
say
down.
more money, because it could be a nickel more.
Yep.
And we ain't talking about no damn nickel.
I heard Jim Carrey did that. Jim Carrey wrote a check to himself for $1 million.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
I've heard Will Smith has done a lot of success. I mean, I'm naming celebrities right now, but I would imagine non-celebrities, people that are pretty filthy rich, have also written down what they wanted to manifest in terms of money.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying,
the money.
It's not. It's what do you have to lose by doing it? By doing that,
right?
Might as well write it down. Write yourself a check. If they still made checks, I don't even have any checks. If I had a check, I would write myself one, but I'll just write it on paper for now.
Yeah. I think I actually have some somewhere. I might do it just to do it. But yeah, so that is.
I love that. So we're leaving some things in 2021, taking some things with us to 2022, or creating some new things of 2022, and I'm excited. I'm so excited. Yes. And I thank you. I just want to shout out all of the podcasters who have supported us up to this point. Just really been stands for us. I mean, it's hard to be new on the scene and establish a following, establish an audience, but we've had some really supportive fellow podcasters out there who have spoken life into us, and I really appreciate that. Just taking time out of their day to leave a message, or to tweet us something, or send. I love that. That's just. That means so much.
Yes, it means so much. Thank you guys.
And the side pieces.
And the side pieces. You guys are phenomenal. And so I think, do you have any other ones?
That is it for me.
So I think our last one is a commitment that we're going to make to our audience on behalf of the podcast. And that is, we're going to continue to be consistent. We're going to continue to provide great content, put our hearts and passion into this, be here for you, show you how much we appreciate your support through our art.
Yes.
But we're going to kick ass this 2022.
Kicking ass and taking names, man.
Yes.
You got to come along, guys. Come along. Be yummy and fearless with us in 2022.
Right. So
come on. We love you for that.
We just getting started, but we somebody to know. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Come on.
So it's going down. So,
well said. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So be ready for that. Just wanted to share those things with you guys and wish you a very prosperous and happy and healthy 2022. Whoop, whoop. Thank you for riding with us during the last quarter of 2021. It has meant everything to us, everything to us. We so appreciate it. Absolutely. And we look forward to many more.
Yes.
We out. Thank you for listening. If you like what you heard, review, subscribe, and share. It helps other listeners find us. And don't forget to follow us at Yummy Fearless on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and even Pinterest, where you'll find additional content from today's show and also our highly curated He Can Get It list. As always, you can listen to the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the SideChicks on Apple iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, and Spotify. And if no one else has told you today, we love you and thank you so much for listening.